Yo, what's happening today? I hope y'all having a good time. What I want to tell you is it's okay. It's gonna be alright. Don't fret, don't worry, don't stress yourself out too much, because we all live in this ebb and flow of life. There are seasons, there are always seasons. There will be a winter time, there will be a summertime, there will be a fall time, and there will be a springtime. And if you're in the winter time right now, it's okay, because I've been in the winter time before, recently. And it comes out of nowhere sometimes, but I want to tell you that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But what we're going to talk about today, I just wanted to reassure you, because maybe you need some reassurance, because I needed some reassurance. And it's always good for reassurance, and because we all in this together and we all experience sort of the kind of same thing. But what we're going to talk about today is fulfillment. And so I was thinking, it's really fun for me. I don't know if you ever do this, maybe you do this, but I like to iron my shirts and I iron my shorts. I have shorts on right now, and I iron those. And in the state of ironing, it's kind of like a meditation. Ironing. It's like a meditation of some sort. And so you really just in the moment, just ironing. And I tend to have really good ideas and I have insights. And so I was going through a little rut, and this rut was like, I don't feel energetic, I don't feel excitement, I don't feel fulfilled. And so I took some time to reflect and just chill out a little bit. And this morning I had the beautiful insight. I was like, oh, fulfillment doesn't come from doing. Fulfillment comes from being. And so I started to type it up over there. And so that's why we say, like, align and shine. Align with this being, align with this presence of God. And when that happens, you just tend to shine and you tend to feel better. Yo, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm Dave Sean, yours truly. And this channel is all about upliftment. It's about inspiration. It's about helping the kids come home. And it's about remembrance. And it's like we all in this together. And I just like to talk about things that inspire me. And sometimes it inspires others. It might light up something within you. And that's why we say align and shine. Because I believe that we all have a light within us. We all have this light of source, this light of God, this light of life within us. And this light can't be dimmed. We can sometimes forget about it, and we can sometimes have a cover over this light, but once that cover is off the light, you can't go back. And so I feel like a part of that is like I said earlier, is this feeling of fulfillment, because we talk about this a lot. It's a predominant thing in the society of success, personal development, like anything you're doing, we want to be fulfilled. And I feel like that is that's probably the highest aim for a lot of humans, is this feeling of fulfillment. And it can be tricky sometimes with fulfillment, because I got tricked. We all get tricked. What is a word? I was attaching fulfillment to doing. And what I realized is fulfillment doesn't really come from the doing, but this is the tricky part, because most of it comes from being. But when you're in a state of being, of inspiration, of love, you tend to be doing something. When you're in the state of creation, you tend to be doing something. So it's so easily to get fulfillment attached to doing. But it really comes from the state of being that you're in. And in that state of being that you're in, I want to say it's the presence of God, it's the presence of life, it's the presence of source, because it's like that state of being in creation, being in love. Like, you feel this energy flowing to you, and you are usually doing something. And we might get that caught up with fulfillment, but it's not. It's that state of being, and that state of being is just really just being tuned in and tapped into life. It's really about being in alignment with who you really are, being in alignment with love, being in alignment with your highest form of self-expression. And that's where fulfillment comes from. That's where you feel the most energy. That's where you feel the most life. And it's not because you're doing something, it's just because you're in this state of being. And I'll keep saying this, when you're in that state of being, most of the time you might be doing something. But don't think that doing is what's causing the fulfillment, because yet again, this can be reiterated every freaking single day. And I'll forget this a lot of times too, but it's like nothing out there will ever create a feeling within here. Nothing that you're hammering on will ever create the feeling within here, because they're always in here. They're never out there. And the only way to notice that is because we cultivate these feelings within us. And it's like, my personal experience is what I was having this week. Basically, because I remember there are times in my life where I was not doing a lot of stuff, but I felt fulfilled. And then there's times in my life where I'm doing a lot of stuff and I didn't feel fulfilled. And that was recently what was going on here. I'm like, man, I'm doing stuff, but I just don't feel fulfilled. And it's because I had just got it backwards. I got tricked. I got a little bit confused for a little bit. And it's cool because, like, you can never get it wrong. You can never mess it up. And you can always continue to expand. It's like, but those moments of contrast helped me. It really helped me gain clarity on what really was happening. You really appreciate summertime when it's been winter for a long time. You know what I mean? If it's summer all the time, you're gonna get tired of that. You're gonna like, man, where's the winter time coming? The contrast, the experience. And what I want to say as well is like, don't get caught up in the contrast too much. Just know that it's contrast for this moment in time, but the seasons will change. But the contrast is so beneficial. So if it's wintertime right now, I don't think it's going to be wintertime forever. And don't be hard on yourself. That would be kind of silly to be hard on yourself because it's wintertime. Like, God damn, it's cold outside, man. This is stupid, man. That would be really silly to be doing that. And that's really what it comes down to as well, as like the judgment that we have upon ourselves when we're in those, when it's wintertime, we're not feeling the best. The judgment doesn't benefit us to, you know what I mean, really moving into the next season of life because we're kind of holding ourselves back. So you don't have to judge yourself. Allow it to flow. It's funny because when we allow it to flow, things get a lot easier. When we let go and we surrender, things get a lot easier. We feel better. We feel lighter. We feel easier. We feel lighter about the whole experience. We feel connection because personal experience and what I kind of see is like when I'm hard on myself, I don't feel like nothing loves me. It's kind of funny to say. It's like I don't feel like God cares about me. I don't feel like life is looking out for me. When I'm hard on myself, I think it's the end of the world. I'm like, man, like nobody cares about me. And it's funny because it only happens when I'm being hard on myself, when I'm judging myself, when I'm putting a finger on myself. But when I take that finger off, I'm like, oh, everything is perfect. And so that shows me that it's never really the stuff outside of me. It's always just like how I'm judging myself and how I'm freaking beating myself up. And it's sometimes it's like it's easier said than done to stop beating yourself up. But not, it's actually just like, just leave yourself alone. Just be easy on yourself. Allow yourself more. Because when we allow ourselves more, we have a tendency to align. We have a tendency of aligning. When we get lighter, we like raise up and we align with love. And when you align with love, you just start to make really good decisions. And when you're hard on yourself, you don't make good decisions. So it kind of perpetuates that thing. When you're hard on yourself, you continue to make bad decisions because you're not allowing this source God life. You're not allowing yourself to align with that, which really helps you make really good decisions. And so that's what that is. And so that kind of actually comes back to like the fulfillment as well, because it's like when you're trying to do so much, you kind of have a finger on yourself and you're being hard on yourself. You're like, okay, if I do this, I'll be fulfilled. But when you take your finger off and you just allow yourself to be fulfilled by the life, the God, the source that's already here, then you will start being, and then you'll start doing things that actually like I don't want to even get caught up in the doing, because that's not where it's going to come from. It's always going to come from a state of being. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to share today. It's going to be alright. We all have seasons. Don't let the season blow you out of the water, because, like, you know what I mean, summertime going to come, wintertime going to come, fall going to come, spring going to come. It's all going to come. We're going to experience it all. And have fun with it. Have fun. Be easy. Be easy on yourself. Take it lightly. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Comment below if this helped you out in any type of way. And you know, we'll have more videos like this every week. Sending you so much love and appreciation. Peace.